And welcome back. This is Splattercat's Let's Play a bit of Faster Than Light by Subset Games. And as you recall, we had just jumped out of the system. The rebels were closing in on us. We had a close call with a star that pretty much burned our shit up. Well, it burned our shit up like it was made of matches. That was a Freudian slip of the tongue. I was gonna say it burned our ship up, but honestly, both words work there. Welcome to episode 2. I'm so glad to have you on board. Take a seat and we will continue our journey into space. All of our systems, our ship is in reasonably decent shape. We're a little battered. We're a little war-torn, but I think that just serves as a warning. People are going to see our ships and they're going to go, oh man, look at this guy. He's been through battle. We don't want to mess with him. So, at this point, I think we are going to go ahead and we're going to jump. We're going to take a look at the new system that's been generated. We are in NG space, which is friendly to us, although I have noticed that friendly space versus enemy space, you still tend to get attacked a lot. So we're going to go for this first distress beacon, I think. I'm going to be a little brazen and just see if we can get ourselves... it says a ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is giving off the distress call. Shall we investigate? It could be dangerous. And we are going to go ahead and investigate the ship. We gambled and won. We got 29 scrap, which is a huge haul, and some missiles. I am pleased with our decision. And also, this distress beacon is going to allow us to jump a little further into the system, but I am going to go south, I think. Actually, we're in 3 space, so I don't think that counts as south, but on our map, it looks like south. A Mantis ship is fighting with the NG ship. The NG ship is asking for help. And so I'm not a big fan of the Mantis. I am kind of afraid if we jump in, they're going to board us. But they don't have a boarding unit, so we gambled and won again, guys. We are getting really lucky here. We don't have enough power for our ion cannon, so we're just going to try and outrun them here with the burst laser. Hopefully Biggs will show us our gunnery skills, and we can down some of his systems, and his guns are down. So this should be a routine engagement as well. On the future radar for the plan, now that we do have a heavy ion, that is something that I like to search for. We've saved ourselves a good deal of scrap by having to not trade for one. Why is that door open? I don't like it when my doors are ajar. I would like to upgrade our doors so that if we get boarded, it forces our enemy to have to hack through every door, slows them down a little bit, slows their progress. I would also like to get us upgraded with a bit more auxiliary power so that we can adjust between systems a little easier. We do need to power these ion cannons for our future plan. I think what my future plan is going to be is to use the ion cannon to knock out their shields and then just pummel them with burst lasers. We'll see what other weapons... Wow, we got a killer amount of scrap from this ship. The other ship made a run for it. Sometimes the ship that you rescue decides to give you a reward. This one made the decision to run. We're not going to hold it against them for being cowards. We're just going to say that thank you for being a coward, and not rewarding us for saving your lives. We're going to jump downwards again. We're going to keep this moving. This game has the potential to be fast or slow-paced, and it says here, a small NG research vessel is fending off a Mantis ship. We moved into engage, but after a scan of our ship, the Mantis ship said, nah, we don't want any of that, Splattercat. We know where this is going. We know what you did to our friends. And the NG have offered us a drone schematic as thanks and a bit of scrap, so that was a bit of RNG that has worked in our favor. We do have a lot of scrap sitting around. I want to put it to use. I think, as I said, I'm going to upgrade the engines a bit, because if you dodge fire, you don't have to sink it. Give myself an extra bar of power. We're good on fuel, we're good on drone parts, we're good on missiles. So I think I'm going to be able to spend here. I'm conflicted, you guys. I'm conflicted. I don't know. Let me see how that affects us here. We're going to reroute that extra bar of power here. That gives us 25% evade chance, and that is only going to go up. I would like to find another crewman to purely be our engines guy. We do need somebody to be our Scotty. And that does boost our evade even further, so I think I'm going to leave it where it is. There is a distress call here in this neighboring system. I'm really worried that if I go down there, though, I won't be able to jump back up, so sorry, distress call. We're just going to have to leave you to your own devices. Hopefully you do well. Such is space. This is really cheap fuel, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 12 scrap to get 6 fuel. It's basically a randomly generated refueling station. We are going to get that 6 fuel because we really don't want to run out of gas. We don't want to look like an idiot just floating through space with no gas. We want to keep our ship beamed up. And we've come to an NG station that is offering us some goods here. I'm going to take a look. We do have some extra thing to sell. We have an anti-personnel drone, but we don't have a drone unit. I don't know if that's what I want to build towards right now. Part of me is tempted to sell the Artemis missiles because we aren't going to be using them too much now that we have the ion cannon, but we haven't even boosted our power usage enough yet to use the ion cannon. I'm still waiting on a bit more scrap. The drone control is 80, so we can't afford it anyways. So, the anti-personnel drone is really nice, though. You start to get boarded a lot later, and the anti-personnel drone just molests face. But we do want that 30 scrap. I'm going to take the 30 scrap, guys. I'm going to make an executive decision here and just say that upgrades are going to be a little more important. Hopefully you guys agree. If you don't, as I said before, we throw dissenting people out the airlock. I'm going to use what I got to upgrade my weapons systems and get an extra power bar. I forget how you power... Oh, I think they power automatically. So why is it... Somehow we only have 3 auxiliary power. That's fine. I know, I'm bad at simple math, and I just did the math in my head, and it makes sense. We're gonna need 1 more power before we can power the heavy ion. And I forgot that we threw that extra power into engines. We are gonna keep on moving now, though. I did want to see, they don't have any crewmen, which is disappointing. I do need extra crewmen. That is the one thing. We've had a pretty lucky run so far, but the one way in which we have not been lucky is just in terms of crewmen. We have not gotten any extra crewmen from random engagements. Hopefully it'll happen. You find a rebel automated scout. So these have data on board that basically unlocks a map of the rest of the system. He does have 2 shields. I'm just going to strip him for scrap and avoid the engagement because I don't think I can punch through 2 shields, and I don't want to waste missiles knocking out his shield systems. There's a second store up here. I'm going to go take a look. See if they have a crewman for cheap. I don't remember what the prices run on crewmen. They do have crewmen. They have Grozzoli and Hatzifa. I like to put the emphasis on. I like to think of the NG as maybe being a little Italian. I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. It's Grozzoli! I apologize. Anyways, we're gonna keep on trucking. We don't need anything particular from here. If I sell something... And this is kind of a gamble because I do want another crewman to run my engines, but I don't really want to sell anything right now. That's disappointing, but we're going to keep moving. We're going to go down here. Maybe we'll loot a crewman from an engagement. And we found another star. This is just... Oh, and they have a shield booster. This is a fight we may have to run from, and I'm so glad we did not sell the Artemis missiles, because I'm going to boot them up right now, and we're just going to see how much damage we can do. The missiles are going straight for their shield unit. Straight for their gunnery. We're going to have to unload and get rid of some of these shields. And their auxiliary shields are down. They have a shield booster, which is a giant FU to my plan. A solar flare is imminent. Luckily, it sets their ship on fire too, and that is bad. We are set on fire, and our O2 unit is hit with an ion cannon. So we're not going to cry about it, though. We're going to keep going. We're going to stay positive. It's important for the captain to remain stoic in situations like this. Captains don't panic. Real captains don't panic. We're going to fire with the burst laser first to see if we can save a missile. I really don't want to get hit with another solar flare, so we're going to try and get out of the system as rapidly as possible. We got a lot of scrap from that go. We're going to pause the game, and we're just going to jump for our lives to the next system. We'll deal with that fire in that area next to the gunner, or next to the engine. This ship here has a distress beacon. They need help and they need fuel. We do have extra fuel, so we're going to go ahead and give them some help. They gave us a quest marker. I don't know if we're going to have time. I don't want to vent that. Why did I do that? That was a terrible plan. That was a real dumb move by the captain. We're just going to hope that the crew didn't notice. Where is our... We're testing for time here. I don't think we're going to have time to go to the store, come back, and dodge the enemy blockade. And the enemy blockades tend to be kind of nasty, so we're just going to jump for the end of the system. And I think at the end of the system, I'm going to go ahead and end episode 2. My name is Splattercat, and I am new to Let's Plays, so please feel free to like, feel free to comment below. Let me know what you like about my videos, let me know what you don't dislike. I'm a tough guy, I can handle the criticism. And once again, this has been Faster Than Light by Subset Games. I strongly recommend you check it out. I'll put a link down below, and I will see you in episode 3.